Hi there, this is Christine Collins with Transform Create, and today's topic is to talk to you about WTF is NLP. So you may have heard this term NLP. It kind of gets thrown around a bit. It's becoming a bit of a popular topic or service, but a lot of people don't really know what it is and what it does. So I am a certified master neurolinguistic practitioner. And to elaborate just a bit more, so first of all, NLP stands for Neuro Linguistic Programming. And it's kind of a mouthful, it's kind of a lot to say, but essentially, what it is a focus on language and the many, many ways in which we represent our internal world with language and with words and in a variety of different modalities. So, um, when we think about neurolinguistic programming, it is a method of taking all of the stuff that's inside of us, our emotions, our feelings, our experiences, the way that we remember things, the way that we store memories and information, and taking it and kind of making it tangible so that we can work with it. So, just to give you a couple of examples of some common NLP types of techniques. So one example would be to take an emotion. Emotions are pretty intangible. They can be things that are difficult to articulate for a lot of people. Not a lot of people are highly emotionally intelligent, especially as children, for example. So little kids know, I feel good, I feel bad. They don't necessarily understand guilt, jealousy, anger, frustration. So there's this kind of emotional spectrum that we all experience, but it can be challenging to identify those emotions and then to talk about them. And even more importantly, to do something constructive and resourceful with them. So NLP helps with that. And in this example, we might take an emotion like anger and kind of bring it out into the open by giving it a color, a shape, a texture, a sound, a smell. So you might say, my experience of anger is first of all, this is where I feel it in my body. So maybe I feel it in the pit of my stomach, or maybe I feel it in my chest, or maybe I feel it kind of like steam rising up and smoke coming out of my ears. And if I had to give anger a color, maybe it's a bright, fiery red, and maybe the texture is kind of rough like sandpaper. So those are all examples of taking this rather intangible concept of anger and giving it some tangible language to be able to discuss it. And once we've done that, then there are further techniques that we can do to work with that anger, to manipulate it, to change it, to transform it into something that feels better and more resourceful. Um, Other examples would be taking parts of our subconscious selves, perhaps like a self sabotage tendency, and pulling that out and maybe having it in our hand and looking at it and talking about it and talking to it. So, those are just examples of NLP techniques. And the reason why we say NLP seems magical is because it's rather profound to be able to work with the internal world in such an external way. It isn't something that we're used to doing. A lot of times, when someone is struggling with something that's going on with them personally, it can be rather challenging for them to address those issues and even know how to begin to approach those issues. Now, I'm also a certified master hypnotherapist, and hypnotherapy and NLP are very closely connected because NLP deals with a lot of the internal realm more so at the conscious level, so things that we are aware of, like I'm feeling angry. But hypnotherapy goes just another level deeper and taps into our subconscious mind, which often is informing our conscious mind and our experiences. So there may be things happening kind of at this deeper level where perhaps that anger is being caused by something in that unconscious realm, something that maybe happened many years ago that's being triggered in the here and the now. So we tie these two things together, NLP and hypnotherapy, for the purposes of transformation, for the purposes of feeling better. So I hope this brief intro gave you just a little bit more of an understanding of what NLP is and kind of how it works if you had never heard of it before. And I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day.